everybody, Karis here, and today we are flipping through the Tarot Disassembled deck. This is a deck that I backed on Kickstarter, so it is independently published. It was created by Jennifer Cooper Steadley, and you can purchase, I believe, this deck on ferociousink.com. I thought that the concept for this deck was so wonderful. So what it is basically they have deconstructed or disassembled all of the key elements or key symbols on every deck. And that is what each of the cards look like. So this is the back of the cards. And the inside of the box here just has kind of some more of the disassembled look. I did get a couple of extras with this. We got the Fool card in a holographic version, the Magician, and the World. I got another sticker that's actually I put on my laptop, and it is a quote by Picasso. Here's the inside of the box. May these cards illuminate the shadows and lovingly guide you through the dark, much like the light of the moon. The finish on this cardstock is that buttery, soft rose petal finish, and they're pretty thick. There isn't an actual guidebook with the deck. It's instead this QR code that you actually go to the site to read the guidebook digitally. These are the backs of the cards. They have some kind of overarching symbols. All of them are the same. They are fully reversible. And they're edged in this brilliant, I selected this brilliant red color. All of the cards are extremely colorful though. They're not just one color of cardstock, though the backs are, the main color is black. So all of that being said, let's go ahead and get right to the flip through. Okay, and that was our flip through of the Tarot Disassembled. Like I said, this is a bit thicker of a card stock, but still able to riffle shuffle it a little bit harder. You got to put a little bit more pressure behind those bends. I hope that does not create a bow in the cards. My Star Child Akashic is like 450 GSM, and there is a forever bow in my cards because of the pressure that it takes to riffle shuffle them. So we will see how this one holds up. I've had this deck for a little bit, but I haven't really worked with it very much just because I've been, you know, I've had some other decks that are kind of have, you know, taken priority a little bit. But I definitely think this deck would be a great deck to do some in-depth study with, just because of all of the symbology that it contains. And hand over hand shuffle. It's a standard tarot size, so that's not hard. It is that rose petal finish, so it's a little bit grippier. It's definitely not a matte for sure. But not as difficult to shuffle as I would say Elemental Wisdom or the Dark Mansion Tarot. Those, I don't know, for some reason those are just almost impossible to shuffle. So we're going to draw 3 cards. We're going to ask, what are your strengths as a deck? What type of readings are you best at? And what card best sums up your personality? And for that last one, I am going to probably have to do a voiceover just because it is a digital guidebook and I don't happen to have my computer handy. So I'll have to read from the guidebook in a kind of voiceover. So, what are your strengths as a deck? What type of readings are you best at? And what card best sums up your personality? So when we asked what are your strengths as a deck, we pulled the 5 of Wands. And the 5 of Wands is, of course, all about that conflict, fiery, passionate conflict. And you see here there are several pairs of shoes. Then you have the crossed wands. We have some other key symbols here like the mountains, the grapes. So this deck is great at navigating conflict and helping you come to the best resolution. Then we asked, what kinds of readings are you best at? The 8 of Cups is about walking away and leaving behind the things that no longer serve us. And so you have the shoes, the cloak, the walking stick, and the cups here. I would be interested very much to read what the guidebook has to say about this card as well, just why they picked some of the symbols that they did here. I see that the moon's here, and often the moon kind of represents disillusionment or illusion. And then finally, we have the Lovers card. And for this, we're going to go ahead and read from the guidebook. So I am going to do just a little bit of a screen capture so that you can see what the Tarot Disassembled guidebook looks like as well. This is the quote that is the sticker that I have on my laptop. Every act of creation is first an act of destruction by Pablo Picasso. And then you have the table of contents. All of these are actually hyperlinked. So if I wanted to go straight to the Lovers card, I could touch that and it would take me there. We have the introduction, a little bit about the author or creator of the deck, a very brief history of the tarot, how to use this book and deck, a common symbol glossary. So it does say that there are 2 parts to the guidebook. One is a list of common symbols that can appear on multiple cards of the deck, and then the individual card pages. So each of the card pages each of the cards has a page that is dedicated to it. It has keywords that summarize the energy of the card, the astrological, planetary, and elemental associations, individual symbols, and then quick takes. So basically, the author's thoughts on a particular card. She also has a note about reversals and some final thoughts. She provides a few exercises and spreads here: deconstruction creation spread and a fully assembled spread. Then you go into the glossary of common symbols. It has everything from butterflies to birds to cups, dogs, horses. It's pretty lengthy. And it also talks about what cards you can expect to see those symbols on. Then we go into the individual cards. So Major Arcana is broken down on its own. And let's go to the Lovers. So the Lovers, keywords: love, sexuality, attraction, relationships, choices, self-love, imbalance, disharmony, disconnection, and indecision. Astrological association is Gemini. Planetary associations are Mercury. An elemental association is air. Symbols: the number 6. Harmony, unity, integration. Harmony, union, integration. One of the shapes formed by the number 6 is a hexagon. A beautiful illustration of the harmony 6 brings are the hexagonal shapes found in the beehive. Bees work together in perfect harmony and union to create something greater than themselves. Another lovely visual alluded to by the shape of the number 6 is the human eye. When we see with love, we see with divine clarity. Angel: blessings, love, divinity, protection, messages. The angel represented in the Lover's card is the Archangel Raphael, whose name means God heals. Though he appears with red wings in the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith, I have chosen to depict his wings as green, the color associated with Raphael in modern times, as well as the color of the heart chakra. I absolutely adore Raphael's energy. He can be called upon to assist us with love and relationships as well as healing on all levels. He is known as the angel of the air, the element associated with the Lover's card. On a deeper level, he also represents our own higher self and our ability to love unconditionally. Apple tree: knowledge, temptation, nourishment. Known as the tree of knowledge of good and evil, it is famous in the story of Adam and Eve for bearing the forbidden fruit that would bring consciousness and awareness to them after being ingested. The anatomy of an apple is also telling. When sliced open, the arrangement of the seeds forms a pentagram, a symbol associated with magic, and magic is a byproduct of secret knowledge. On the Lover's card, they are a literal representation of the forbidden fruit from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. You know, all that tired old biblical drama from the Garden of Eden. It turns out the story might have a deeper meaning than you might have realized. See, what happened when Adam and Eve partook of that fruit was more profound than just the loss of innocence for humankind. They gained awareness, or in other words, consciousness. It was the moment that they acquired freedom of choice for humankind. This metaphor is the chef's kiss of perfection for the Lover's card because besides being ripe with energy of gushy, swoony, sappy, sexy love, the Lover's card is also known as, wait for it, the card of choice. In ancient Greece, the apple tree was referred to as the tree of love and was associated with Aphrodite, who just happens to be the goddess of love. Seeing a pattern yet? The myth for this one is a long one, so I'll just give you the cliff notes, but it's a good one, so go read it sometime. Aphrodite got this designation because Eris, the goddess of discord, threw a golden apple down at a wedding and said, "To the fairest one." Hera, Athena, and Aphrodite all thought themselves to be the bomb.com, oh my, and applied for the position. Not wanting to upset anyone, Zeus decreed that the human Paris would determine the winner, and he obviously chose Aphrodite. He made a choice, And it was a doozy because it basically started the Trojan War. You know, that old chestnut. From this tale, we can take the discord to represent the inevitable discord and struggles that can be inherent in a long-term relationship. We can also take a warning from this myth to always choose carefully. Clouds, the element of air, thoughts, constancy of change, hidden information, lack of clarity, silver linings, dreams, and divinity. Fire tree, passion, desire. Known as the tree of life, the 12 flames emanating from the tree are indicative of the 12 signs of the zodiac. This may be a wild tangent to take, but I can't help but think of the prescribed burns that are sometimes done intentionally in certain forest areas. Fire is often seen as a purely destructive force, but scientists have discovered some forest fires actually clear the underbrush and rejuvenate the soil, allowing hardier regrowth than before. As the Lover's card is the card of choice, this analogy beautifully illustrates the power and the potential that lie in making intentional, although sometimes difficult, choices for our lives. Heart, love, romance, sexuality, consciousness, soul. While there's no blatant heart symbols on the Rider-Waite-Smith Lover's card, I chose to include one as a visual cue to help you instantly home in on the energy of this card. I believe she meant hone. Hearts are unmistakable icons of all things associated with love. As the Lovers is also the choice card, it also serves to drive home the message to make a heart-centered choice. Snake. Renewal, rebirth, temptation, fertility, earthly realm, sexuality, evil, immortality. Sun, life force, joy, optimism, vitality, illumination, masculine principle. Most would agree that being in love can feel like warmth of the sun shining down upon you, infusing your cells and loins with vitality and joy. But a much deeper meaning might be attributed to the sun symbol on this card. In the Kabbalistic Tree of Life diagram, Keter, or Kether, is the topmost sephira, shining an infinite light down and activating all other sephirot. Also known as the crown sephira, it is linked to the divine will of the Creator. It is only a small hop, skip, and a jump from here to infer that it was God's will that the humans be given a gift of consciousness and free will in the Garden of Eden. Triangle. In the Rider-Waite-Smith Lover's card, there is no obvious triangle depicted, but rather one implied by the direction of gazes between the figures. The man looks to the woman, who looks up at the angel, who looks down upon both of them. This triad represents the evolution from physical desire to emotional needs to spiritual concerns. It's also a nod to the conscious, subconscious, and superconscious triad alluded to in the other cards. Volcano. Passion, sex, lack of control, volatility. The volcano can be seen to represent the building passion within a new relationship, as well as some of the sometimes volatile nature of love relationships. Since a volcano is a mountain of sorts, we can infer that there will naturally be struggles and challenges involved to achieve a higher love. And finally, quick takes. New love, marriage on the horizon, a new sexual partner, a union of opposites, a relationship made with a solid foundation, making a heart-guided choice, a big decision to be made, love is on the way, a platonic partnership, nurture your own self-love, explore your sexuality, discover your kink, and then in italics, imbalance in a relationship, beware of snakes, impulsive choices, lust without connection, a cheating partner, divorce or a breakup, and refusing to make a choice. And there you have it. That is our flip through of Tarot Disassembled. And again, that is by Jennifer Cooper Steadley. And I will leave a link to this deck below if it is available for purchase. Tell me your thoughts about this deck in the comments below. Do you think this is one you'd want yourself? Do you think it'd be great for study? Let me know in the comments below. Also, if you liked this video, please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. And you can turn on the bell notifications if you would like alerts every time I post new videos on my channel. Also below is my Instagram and a way to book a reading with me on my personal website. If you would like to do that, everything's in that description box, and I hope to hear from you soon. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day. Bye.